Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. In today's video, I will be sharing with you 3 recipes that I have found to help increase my milk supply. So as you guys know from some previous videos, I did share that my milk supply has decreased a little bit and then I found some things that helped to increase it. So my milk supply finally came back and it was a game changer. So in addition to staying hydrated and pumping more, just making sure that my breasts are completely drained to kind of signal to my body that it needs to produce more milk. I have also been enjoying some delicious and healthy snacks to help with that as well. So some of the key ingredients that help to increase your milk supply overall are brewer's yeast, flaxseed, and oats. Now, I did mention in one of my update videos that I was using the Proats, John Killer's Protein Proats, which was a protein oatmeal, and that was because it tested negative for glyphosate, which is a carcinogen. It's like an herbicide that is basically like Roundup, and it's found in a lot of different oats. So there are a few different brands that don't have glyphosate in them, and one of you guys actually recommended the Whole Foods 365 brand, the old-fashioned rolled oats, which is what I will be using today. So I ended up getting a huge bucket of them. I think this whole thing was maybe $5, something like that, for this big container. So I'm gonna try these ones today. I have not tried these recipes with these particular oats, so I will let you guys know how I like them. But these oats do not have glyphosate in them, and I just feel good about eating these. So anyway, just share this with your friends because if you guys have a Whole Foods, definitely look into these. If you don't, they actually have these on Amazon Prime Pantry, and you can get them. I think they're like $3. I think it's for the smaller size, but they may have the larger size as well. So I will link them down below just in case you don't have a Whole Foods in your area and you want to try them out. But yeah, I think they're just gonna be like regular oats, just without the glyphosate. So I'm excited to try these today. And I am going to share all of the recipes that I'm using in today's video in the description box as well. That way, if you want to make any of these as well, you have everything there for you. Today, we will be making some blueberry muffins, some lactation energy balls or Boobie Bites, and then we will be making a banana oatmeal smoothie. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so I'm going to get started by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. That way the oven can go ahead and start warming up as I am working on the blueberry muffins. So as you can see, I just have a regular muffin tin here that holds 12 muffins, and I'm just lining this tin with some baking cups that I picked up at Whole Foods. Any baking cups will do. So once I'm done with this, I will move on to combining all of the dry ingredients in a large bowl. So as you can see, I have all of my dry ingredients pre-measured out. So first, I'm going to add 1 cup of oats, 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of brewer's yeast, and a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to mix all of these dry ingredients together and set it aside. Now in a separate bowl, I will be combining all of the wet ingredients. So I have a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, plain, a 1/2 cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then I will need 2 eggs that are lightly beaten, so I am just using a separate bowl to go ahead and do that, and then I will add it to the rest of the wet mixture. Next, I'm just pouring the wet mixture into the dry mixture, and I'm just going to combine those so that I have a really nice consistency before I add the blueberries. So once your mixture is a really nice consistency, you can go ahead and add in 1 cup of fresh blueberries. So these blueberries are actually from when we went blueberry picking a few weeks ago. We took Eliana out to a local farm and we picked blueberries, and it was so much fun. It was something that I had never done before, and it was just a really nice day out with our family. If you've never been blueberry picking and you want to go next year, I highly suggest it. And if you have children, I know they would absolutely love it. The berries are also a lot sweeter and juicier than the ones that you get from the grocery store. So you also just get them for a really good deal as well because you are buying them directly from the farm. So anyway, just something to consider for next year because I know this year's season is over, but we stocked up. We have a freezer full of berries and we just take them out to thaw them when we need them. So once I'm done filling the muffin tins, I will put this in the oven to bake at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. So while the muffins are baking, I'm going to start on my Boobie Bites. So I have all of my dry ingredients here, and I'm going to combine those in this large bowl first. So I will start with 1 cup of oats, a half a cup of ground flaxseed, 1 cup of shredded coconut, a half a tablespoon of brewer's yeast, and a half a cup of mini chocolate chips. So I'm just going to stir those all together, and then in a moment I will add the wet ingredients. All right, so now I'm going to add in my wet ingredients. So I'm going to start with a half a cup of peanut butter, a third of a cup of honey, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. Then I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir, but what I like to do is really get in there with my hands. So when you use your hands to mix things, especially when you're trying to combine really sticky ingredients, this is a really wonderful way to really combine those ingredients very well and create more of a consistent mixture overall. So again, I really just like to get in there and get my hands dirty a little bit. So once that's done, this needs to be refrigerated for at least an hour so that the mixture kind of hardens up and it is easier to roll into balls. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in the refrigerator. The muffins are done, so I'm going to pull those out and let those cool. They smell so delicious. And while the muffins are cooling and the Boobie Bite mixture is in the refrigerator, I will be making my lactation smoothie. So today I will be making a banana oatmeal smoothie and I will be using my Vitamix. So here are all of the ingredients. You're just going to put everything in the blender and combine. So I have 1 1/4 cups of almond milk, 1 banana, 1 tablespoon of brewer's yeast, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 1/4 cup of oats, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 1 1/2 tablespoons of honey, and then just a dash of cinnamon and nutmeg. I also like to add in a couple of handfuls of ice, and this is really just personal preference. You can add as much or as little as you want to, but just keep in mind the more ice you add, the thicker your smoothie will be. I always like to just have a little bit of ice though to make it cold. Once your smoothie is done, just add a sprinkle of cinnamon and nutmeg on top and you are ready to go. So these turned out so delicious. The blueberry muffins are especially good with a little bit of butter, and if you warm them up for 10 seconds in the microwave, they are so good like that. So just a little quick tip. And by the way, they turned out really well with these oats. So last but not least, I'm moving on to the Boobie Bites. The mixture has been sitting in the refrigerator for a little over an hour now. So now I'm just going to roll these into little balls. I should actually say squeeze, because when you try to roll these into balls, the mixture actually crumbles a little bit. When you squeeze the mixture, it actually helps the honey and peanut butter really stick to the rest of the ingredients. So I would say squeeze it and then just kind of shape it in that way. But these are absolutely delicious. They curb my sweet tooth,
and they are a healthier option that also keeps me filled, and it really promotes my breast milk supply. I love these things. They are my go-to lactation recipe for sure. Make sure you keep them refrigerated and don't leave them out on the counter because they will not be very, very good, I don't think. But these make about 20 to 25 1-inch bites, at least for me, each time that I make them. So anyway, these are a wonderful go-to recipe.
All right, so thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoy these snacks just as much as I do. If you end up trying one of these recipes, I would love to know which one you try out. Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you think, if there is something that you would add to or take out or anything like that. So I hope these help to increase your milk supply as well if you are needing that extra little boost. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.